Hello friends, welcome to Budget IQ. If you feel like your grocery bill has basically declared war on your wallet, trust me, you are not alone. So today, we're diving into the ultimate battle plan to manage those costs and save you some serious money without you having to clip a million paper coupons. Let's get right into it.
So, what would you do with an extra $850? Because that's the average amount people save each year just by using a few of the simple grocery strategies we're about to cover. And look, this isn't about giving up your favorite snacks or anything like that. It's just about shopping smarter and putting that cash right back where it belongs, in your pocket.
All right, first up, let's talk about the squeeze on your wallet. If you feel like you're paying more but somehow getting less, I'm here to tell you, you are not going crazy. Prices are definitely higher, and to make it worse, a lot of packages are actually getting smaller. It's a one-two punch that's putting a real strain on budgets all over the country.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out this data from the Economic Research Service. Even though we hear that inflation is cooling down, food prices are still climbing. Groceries, that's the food at home bar, went up 2.4% this past year. But look at food away from home. We're talking restaurants and takeout. That shot up by 4.1%. That's a huge difference, and it tells us that cooking at home is one of the quickest ways to start saving.
Okay, so let's talk about the first sneaky trick we're seeing, shrinkflation. This is when a company makes the product smaller, but, you guessed it, keeps the price exactly the same. You know what I'm talking about. That bag of potato chips that feels like it's half air now? Or a roll of toilet paper that runs out way faster than it used to. Yeah. You're paying the same, but you're getting less product. It's a real sneaky price hike.
And then we have its evil twin, skimpflation. This is when companies cut their costs by, well, skimping on the quality of what's inside. Maybe your paper towels feel way thinner all of a sudden, or your go-to shampoo just seems kind of watered down. The price tag looks the same, but the quality has definitely taken a nosedive. This is why you gotta be a detective and keep an eye on those ingredient lists.
So, how in the world do we fight back against all this? Well, our first major strategy is a big one: choosing your store wisely. I'm serious. The single biggest move you can make to slash your grocery bill is deciding where you shop. This decision alone can literally save you thousands of dollars a year. It's a game changer.
You're not going to believe this. A huge price comparison from Consumer Reports found some pretty stunning differences. Shopping at a premium store like Whole Foods could cost you almost 40% more than getting similar stuff at Walmart. And stores like Aldi and Costco, they almost always have the absolute lowest prices on staples. Just think about it. Shifting even half of your shopping to one of these budget stores can give you immediate breathing room in your finances.
Okay, this always brings up the big question. Are warehouse clubs like Costco or Sam's Club actually worth that annual fee? Well, for most families, the answer is a huge yes. The savings you get on bulk items you're buying anyway, things like paper towels, pasta, coffee, that can pay for the entire membership in just your first few trips. It's a total no-brainer if you've got the storage space.
Now for the really fun part, let's actually put some savings back in your pocket. We're going to look at how you can use that smartphone you're probably holding right now to supercharge your savings. This is how you really fight back against high prices and start turning your spending into earning.
The secret sauce here is something called stacking your savings. It's a super simple three-step process. First, before you even leave the house, open your grocery store's app and digitally clip any coupons for stuff you need. Second, open up a cashback app like Ibotta or Aisle to see if there are any rebates on things you're already buying. And third, pay for the whole haul with a credit card that gives you great rewards on groceries. When you do all three, you're literally getting paid multiple times on a single purchase. It's amazing.
So, does this stuff actually work? Oh yeah, research shows that people who consistently use these digital strategies save anywhere from 15 to 20% on their monthly food bills. For a typical American family, that adds up to hundreds, even thousands of dollars over a year.
Hey, just gonna jump in here for a second. If you're getting some good tips from this explainer, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe. It honestly helps us out a ton and lets us make more content just like this for you. Thanks.
And here's a really important reminder. This explainer is a fantastic starting point, but personal finance is, well, it's personal. So we always encourage you to do your own research and find the mix of strategies that's going to work best for your family and your unique situation.
All right, you've picked your store, you've stacked your digital savings. Now it's time to become a master of the grocery aisles. The small, smart decisions you make when you're actually in the store can add up to some seriously huge savings.
Here's a secret weapon that's hiding in plain sight on every single shelf: the unit price. A lot of us think the biggest box is always the best deal, but that's not always true. The unit price breaks down the cost by ounce or by pound, so you can see in an instant which size is actually the most cost-effective. It takes literally 2 seconds to check, and it guarantees you're getting the most bang for your buck.
And speaking of getting the most for your money, let's talk about store brands. The days of those bland, boring, generic products are long gone. Today, a lot of store brands are made by the exact same companies as the big national brands. You can see right here that 64% of shoppers now actually prefer them for their pantry staples. The reason's pretty simple. You get almost identical quality for a much lower price.
And that brings us to our final strategy. And this one is huge, you guys. We have to win the war on waste. And this battle isn't fought in the store. It's fought right in your own kitchen. The average American family throws out over $1,000 a year in food. Saving money doesn't just stop at the checkout line. It's about what you do with the food once you get it home.
A fantastic way to fight that waste is using the Pantry First method. It's simple. Before you even think about making a grocery list, you shop your own pantry, your fridge, and your freezer. Plan your meals for the week based on what you already have. Then your shopping trip is just for filling in those little gap items. This one habit can absolutely slash your grocery bill.
And you know, a huge reason we waste so much is because of confusion over date labels. So let's clear this up right now. A sell-by date, that's just for the store, it's not for you. And that best if used by date, that's only about peak flavor and quality. It is not a safety date. Just knowing this can stop you from throwing out perfectly good, perfectly safe food.
So there you have it. That is your 5-point battle plan. You're going to spot shrinkflation and skimflation. You're going to choose your store wisely. You're going to stack your tech savings with apps and rewards. You're going to master those in-store tactics like unit pricing, and you are going to win the war on waste with the Pantry First method.
And that brings us to my final question for you. Looking at this battle plan, I really want you to think about your own habits. Which one of these strategies do you think is going to save you the most money this month? Let me know. Drop your answer in the comments below. I'd honestly love to see which one you're going to try out first.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us for this explainer. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even share it with a friend who could use it. Your support is incredibly motivating and helps us keep making content to help you master your money. We'll see you in the next one.